Hi everyone, today I will be sculpting Spencer Shea's sculptures from iCarly. I won't be making every single sculpture, mostly just the ones I think would translate well into clay, like Mr. Toasty, the fish, and the teeth sculpture. And today I'll be using a variety of tools, some tinfoil, some polymer clay, I believe this one is Super Sculpey, a clay knife, an X-Acto knife, some ball tools, and a needle tool. I'll probably be using some other tools throughout this video, so I'll make sure to mention them when they come up. So let's begin. So starting off with Mr. Toasty, I used some tinfoil as the base of my sculpture, so I didn't have to use that much clay. Then I took some clay and rolled it in my pasta machine over the tinfoil so I can make a base layer for my sculpture. Here I started making the mouth and teeth. So the mouth and teeth were kind of weird because it's a strange shape that Spencer did. I rolled out a ball of clay so I could cut it into different pieces for the teeth. Teeth are always hard to sculpt, but thankfully these teeth weren't that realistic, so it wasn't too bad. I also used some wire to put the arms in. When you're making a sculpture with limbs, it's good to reinforce the limbs with some wire or some sort of armature so that it doesn't fall off. The hands were kind of tricky because one of them was in a okay sign pose, but I managed to get them looking okay. To make the legs, I also added some wire so it was more reinforced. For the painting process for Mr. Toasty, I just mixed yellow and white acrylic paint. For the hands and hat, I just used some plain white acrylic paint. Here is the finished Mr. Toasty sculpture, and next up we're going to work on the fish sculpture. For this sculpture, I used colored polymer clay because it would be hard to paint some of the elements if I use Super Sculpey. I tried to make the placement of everything as accurate as I could because everything was in a very particular way and I wanted to make sure everything was spaced out pretty well. For the fins, I just used my needle tool to add markings onto it. You can't really see them here, but you will see them in the next clip. Okay, so these are the finished sculptures, Mr. Toasty and the fish from iCarly. I think they came out really cool, especially Mr. Toasty. And come back for part 2 when I will make the teeth sculpture from iCarly as well. Alright, so have a good one, everyone. Bye!